My name is Roy Bernick, Jim, and I'm glad you came here today because there's lots to see, and I want you to enjoy it as well as I do every day when I come down here to work, and I enjoy it. It was probably most of my life I've been doing this, and I enjoy every minute of it. There's so many, and I do like the early cars, so you're going to see the early cars in this collection. And this is the curved ash old we talked about. I went across the United States in '85, and then I went to England after that for the London-Brighton run. We took off the fenders and we took on the top because it slows you down, because it's only a one cylinder, but it does move. It's a good, it's a late 1903, the late 3, and it works. It was a great idea. Oldsmobile had a great idea. The engine is laying down under the seat, and the radiator's underneath the car, as you can see, the brass radiator there. So it's an eye catcher, and it's still with the tiller. I was going when I come out of California, we were going through the mountains there, and I come out of one of the mountains, a tunnel, and it came out, and the other side, the cars were going by, and I was forced off to the road a little bit, and that was real bumpy. So when you got a tiller like this, you can go, it's hard to keep it straight. So you got to keep one hand over here and one hand on there. Otherwise, the bumps will just throw that wheel to turn, and I almost went down the mountain.
Whoa.
But anyway.
Yeah.
But anyway, it worked out good anyway.
I would say you probably think that's one of your favorite cars.
That is. I got to take it out again every year. I got to get more of it. I used to take it on the car run, on the New London, the Brighton run, many times, every year after year. But then I'm going into the two-cylinders, a little faster cars, and a lot of the guys don't bring their one-cylinders because they got a two and it's faster, and so that's what happens, because that's all those runs work anyway. This is my first car, the little brush, wooden axle, coil springs.
Your first car was, when did you get it?
53.
Yep.
53 I got the little brush.
Is that when your passion for cars?
Yep. Well,
really?
they actually 52 they came into St. Cloud. The one and two cylinders from Minneapolis came down, circled. I lived on the river at that time with my dad. Came down through there, and I looked at them and I said, "Boy, is that neat." I didn't think any more of it. And then I told one day was a bachelor out in Foley that had a car for sale. So I went out there, and this was the little brush he had. And but it wasn't that easy to get it. I had to do a little smooth talking, but there was other people out there trying to buy it just like I was. And some guy comes in with the TV. In '53, TVs were coming in, so he tries to bring in a TV. We'll trade you, we'll trade you. But I did buy it for $350 anyway. And it worked good. And then another story. In those days, I didn't have much. I didn't make much money. You start out when I was a kid, 35 cents an hour, stuff like that at Bernick's. Then later on, I came across the Oldsmobile, which is took some money to get that one. So I went. It was only $300, and it come from up north. And anyway, the guy that.
When did you buy this one?
That was maybe 2 years later.
Yeah, well,
I bought this one.
Yeah, $300
was a lot of
$1,500.
money,
Yeah.
and so. But it was unrestored, of course. I got pictures in the other room. But so I didn't have the money at that time. So I went to Klein. I think his name was Bill Klein. I'm not sure anymore.
Klein Oldsmobile.
Right. And I said, I got a chance to get Oldsmobile. Can I? Would you loan me some money? He said, sure. So he wrote out a paper, which I had to pay every month so much on it until I had it paid for. And I says, when I get it done, we'll put it in your showroom. Well, he passed away, and then his son was running the company, and he didn't care if I had it in there or not. But I says, well, I promise. I told your dad I would. It's got to be in there. So, fantastic. And it's got a do-si-do seat in the back, which is kind of, you sit backwards on it, and it's kind of neat. How that's, so they could carry carry the kids back there. You don't have to see them.
Yeah, right. Are we almost there, Dad?
Yeah.
Come on, not yet.
We're going the wrong way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's the brush anyway. The brush, this one here, we're working on a transmission for it now because it got burned up. Now, I mean, it got wore out, and they had rebuilding, and it's all done now. I just got to put it together. Well, yeah, because when I tip over, this will all be sold, and then it'll all be broken up, and nobody will know. Well, nobody will know the stories of these things. But anyway,
that's what happens to me. I get a little stressed, and my paint kind of gets a little cracked.
Well, you're doing well. You do well.
Great.
You do well.
Yeah.
Good for you,
Yeah.
Jim. Well, there you lots of signs, and everything.
I got goosebumps, Roy. You are just amazing.
Well, I'm glad you think that.
No, I do. I can tell. You know, I feel it.
I never wanted to. I never wanted to do this because I don't talk well, you know.
You know, we had a conversation.
Yeah,
That was
right.
best.
Yeah.
You started off a little rough, but you really got going into it. It took us a little bit of time.
Oh yeah.
But I loved it. I loved it a
I
lot.
have a hard time. I am what I am.
Me too.
What can you say? You know.
We are beautiful people.
Well, it just happens that
In the inside,
we're
we
lucky.
look like hell, but we're beautiful.
Yeah,
on the
well,
inside.
we can look, do what we can do, and that's it.
That's right.
Well, I guess that's it for that. I'll cut the lights here.